Did you know that you can actually turn these red mushroom cows into brown mushroom cows just with a little help from lightning? If you wait until it's thundering and raining and you have a trident with channeling on it and you throw the channeling trident at a cow, then it will turn into a brown mushroom cow. As long as the cow does not die, it will turn into a brown mushroom cow, which you can then use to get normal milk from. Some people don't know that there's a really simple trick to keep your mobs inside of their pens. What you're going to do is grab some trapdoors and place them in a large square like this. Now make sure that they're flipped up to the inside of the pen like this, and as you can see, none of the mobs are hopping out, but we can easily hop in and out. A singular trapdoor is perfect for keeping any kind of villager inside of their house, but if you place down two, then you can flip the second one up and have a really easy little trading spot. Villagers can also be extremely annoying to try and move around, so I have two simple ways for you guys to move a single villager. If you throw down food, the villager has a small chance to try and collect the food, and this can be a way to move them around, but this is not my preferred way of getting them around. My favorite way of moving a villager is to be right-clicking on them. This pulls up their normal UI for trading, but this also gets the villager to move towards you. This can be really useful if you want to bring them to a trading hall or something and you don't have the resources for a minecart or a boat. If you ever want some villagers to head into their houses, but you don't have some of them as professions, or you don't have any food on you, then you just need to ring the bell. This is really useful. The villagers will all go to their beds, and you can just ring the bell, and as you can see, they'll all run off to their beds because the bell has been rung, and they need to head inside because there's an emergency. So this is really useful. You can just get them all blocked in there and start your trading hall, or just keep them safe during the night. If you can acquire a librarian and cartographer and you upgrade both of them, then you can buy glass from the librarian, then go into your crafting table, turn it into glass panes, and then go over to the cartographer and turn that into emeralds. This already gives you infinite emeralds, but if you zombify and cure both of the villagers, you can get even more. This is OP and is used by loads of people to get as many emeralds as they want. Here are two simple ways to survive underwater if you're in an underwater cave. The first hack is to go and find some magma. If you crouch on the magma, you can get a bunch of air back, and then if you want, you can mine it and bring it along and use that to get air. The second way is if you have a crafting table and some wood, you can actually use this to create some doors, and these cannot be waterlogged, so you can place them down and use them to breathe. This is also useful if you want to be mining underwater, as you just place down a door and you can start mining away with the speed of as if you were in normal air. Some people don't know this, but there is a simple hack for getting rid of gravel piles. This is just by placing a singular torch underneath the gravel pile, and boom, you can see all the gravel falls onto the torch and is immediately destroyed. This is a fairly common known thing in the Minecraft community, but if you didn't know this, leave a comment below and let me know. If you're in the deep slate mines and you find some diamonds, congratulations, you can start mining them. But no, that's not what we're doing. If you have the time, take a moment and mine all the way around these diamonds. This can really pay off in the long run. This is because diamonds can spawn on corners and diagonal parts that you won't actually see if you just mine the normal face diamonds and the ones that are touching those. So if you want, just take a moment, mine all the way around these, and you might get lucky here. I got lucky here. And this one diamond, I would not have found it if I had just mined the normal diamonds. So it's a good thing that I did. If you find a zombie spawner or a skeleton spawner or a zombie spawner in the caves, then you're going to want to try and juke any kind of mob, get around them, get over to the spawner as quick as you can, and place some torches down there so that no other mobs can spawn. This is because this spawner sort of works in the same way that the hostile mobs do. They'll only spawn in certain lights, so if you place some torches around, then you can just get all the mobs to stop spawning, and you can collect your loot. If you're planting your crops all next to each other, then you're doing it wrong. You need to have it spaced out in lines. Basically what I mean is have one line of wheat, then the next side don't have wheat, have potatoes, carrots, anything This is because there's actually a special hidden hack where if you have wheat in one line or any other crop and then a different crop next to it, then it will grow about 20% faster. So as you can see, I'm placing down my wheat, but then I'm going to place my other crops next to it, instead of having my wheat all in one place, and then for instance my carrots all in another place. Forget obsidian, all you really need to make a nether portal is a bucket or two, and some building materials such as dirt. First, we're going to grab some water, then we're going to dig out these 2 blocks. This is where our nether portal is going to be built. Then we're going to make a small pillar of dirt, and then we're going to block off the lava so that our water doesn't flow over it and turn it all into obsidian. Make sure that it's completely blocked off. We don't want any obsidian accidentally getting created. Then we're going to place a block up here just to make it a bit taller, put our water up, and then start building the nether portal by placing the lava under the water. This is really simple, but you do have to be careful as you may accidentally place lava on yourself, so make sure every time you place the lava, you're placing it where there's water touching. Then, once you have completed building the nether portal, we're going to need to light this. So you can just grab some extra wood that might be nearby. You might need to get a flint and steel, which is a bit harder because you need iron. But what we're going to place the logs or wood down just like this. This is because when fire is set next to the oak planks in the nether portal, it actually lights the nether portal. So once you've placed the lava, you're just going to wait, and once it's lit, we're going to head on through. Here in the nether, I'm taking a quick break from the hacks video, and I'm just gonna do a random trick shot jump and try and land this saddle on a strider. Well, I got the saddle on, but I did die. Back to the video. So as I did mention, you can zombify villagers and then cure them to get better trades. So this hack is done by bringing a zombie into a house, for instance, where a villager is, and you do have to be careful because the zombie is going to start attacking you. It did a little bit of damage to me as it tried to go around, but I did manage to get him blocked off. And so now what we need to do is get this villager to wake up and start getting killed by the zombie. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind is that your game mode has to be on hard mode. If it's on easy mode, you will not get a zombie villager, and if it's on medium difficulty mode, you have a 50% chance. So as you can hear, the zombie just changed the zombie villager, so now we're just going to kill the zombie. And once we've killed him, we're going to start transforming our zombie villager. You're going to want to throw a splash potion of weakness, and then place a golden apple on them, basically feeding it to them, and you're good. You wait a while. This is a random amount of time. Just sit and chill and wait for the zombie villager to transform. It creates a pretty loud lightning effect, but it does take a while. It takes about 10 or 20 minutes. So now we've convinced the game that we have saved this villager and turned them back into a normal villager. So we're going to turn them into cartographer, and as you can see, these traits have dropped by a ton. If we were to stack this, it would only take 1 paper to get 1 emerald, which is really OP. This next hack is actually a flying machine. These 8 blocks are all you need to create the actual flying machine, and as you can see, I'm here in the end. I've not killed the ender dragon, and all you need is to build this, point it out towards the end islands, the outer end islands, and just give yourself a small place to sit with some blocks, maybe some stairs, and you're good to go. Just place a button at the front and sit back and relax until you come into the view of the outer end islands. Once you're in the end, you can actually get an Elytra, and you don't need very many firework rockets. I'm jumping off here, getting a lot of speed, and then just starting to head out and go to the main end island. I was very close to the edge here, but as you can see, I'm almost hitting the ground, but I'm keeping my momentum by going up, and I can see my flying machine still coming in, and if you move up and down, you can actually get pretty far. I got almost all the way out to the main end islands, just with my 1 Elytra, and it's losing durability fast, but I used 1 firework rocket and I got up there very easily. So you don't need to be taking tons of firework rockets, but one thing you do need to be watching out for is mending and unbreaking enchantments. Those are really good to take along because you do lose durability very, very quickly. This is probably one of my favorite hacks that I could use in a Minecraft survival world. If you find a shipwreck and you go into the middle of it and you find a treasure chest with the buried treasure map, then obviously you can grab the other loot, but I'm just going to start getting this treasure right now. So first you're going to figure out exactly where you're at. You want to be heading in the direction on the map. The map does not change for how you're looking. So for instance, I need to be going west here. So I immediately started going west towards the moon. And as soon as I got there, I looked at my chunk coordinates. Now these are really important. If you have a chunk coordinate when you're standing on the X of 9, anything 9, you're good. But you need to go to that chunk coordinate. It can be any middle number because that's just basically the up and down. But the chunk coordinate 9 something 9 is where you need to go to. Then you're going to dig down a few blocks. It could be a many blocks down, but then you're going to find your treasure. If you don't find it there and you've dug down like 4 or 5 blocks, then just move to the other side because it's probably there. This works every single time. Now, if you're in the top 1% that actually stayed through this video, like this chicken, you probably enjoyed this video. So what I want you to do, don't like, don't subscribe, don't worry about all of that. Just go and look at one of my other videos. I have loads of videos on my channel, and they're all super fun and good. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.